Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for the 26th through the 1st. We start the week off with a new moon in Gemini. I will link that horoscope and tarot reading that I did on this video, and as well as it's linked in the homepage of the channel and on the new and full moon playlist. Let's see. For Sagittarius, I'm not going to take that. That was a card that also came out for Scorpio, and every time, it doesn't matter how many channels I start, there's always some connection between Scorpio and Sag. Always. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Sag, this feels like you have, well, first of all, you're a Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, expansion. Right, that's the most basic cookbook, cookie cutter definition of that, okay? Obviously, as an evolutionary astrologer, I can go much deeper, but on the basic level, that's what you seek. You are the seeker, as in general, the seeker archetype. You look for that adventure. You look for the open world, the horizons. You look towards that. You're never really looking back. If you do look back, most of the time it's very destructive for you. You're usually looking ahead. You're looking forward. What's next? What's next? What's next? Right? So growth, the fact that this is coming up as a message, where in your life do you feel like you're not growing? Where in your life do you feel like you've approached a stalemate? Like it's not going anywhere? It's plateaued. The energy of it is neither growing nor receding. All right, it feels like something has completely flatlined. Ooh. Maybe that's why that loneliness card wanted to come up, because maybe you're feeling a little bit lonely. But this says want to expand on consciousness and awareness. I think the awareness comes in the growth itself, right? Being more aware of what is stale and what is not growing. If a plant has stopped growing, there's a few reasons, right? One could be that the pot is not big enough, and so its roots can't go anywhere. One can be that it's not getting enough sunlight or water, right? So, figuring out the details. Why? What are the circumstances that are leading to this stalemate? Why is it not growing? Why are you not growing in this situation? I feel like something is making you feel like sick. You know what's annoying? I love my birds, but they have not said much. I've done quite a few videos, and this is the first one where they're screaming right now. They're screaming at you, Sag. They want you to know. You need to be more aware. Actually, it's almost like you are aware, but you're not conscious of it, which is weird to say it that way, because like you why wouldn't you be? If you're aware of something, you're usually conscious of it. Like you know it's not working. Like I'm trying to figure out how to say it. We'll come back to that. All right? We'll come back to that. You know it's there, but you're not bringing it into your conscious reality. Maybe you're just not accepting it. Freedom. Oh, dear Lord, Sag. These are like... The next thing I would say to describe a Sagittarius is a free soul. No boundaries. You can't have boundaries. Like, you're a limitless being, normally, naturally. You like to be limitless, okay? So the fact that freedom is another issue that's coming up, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Lots of things to break down here. Let's start with freedom in general. If there's a lack of freedom, oh boy. Oh my God. I was telling Scorpio that their death sentence was the mundane, mechanistic way of living. Your death sentence is not having freedom. It's just, you just can't. You just can't. It's just, you're not built that way. Second thing I want to talk about, possess the power. You feel like you don't possess the power. Next thing, you feel like you don't have the free will. And the third thing is that you don't feel like you have your what is your happiness, Sagittarius? Not your friend, not your lover, not your daughter, not your coworker, not your boss, okay? Not society's happiness. What's your happiness? Your own, like you own it. That's so important for a Sagittarius, is to be able to say, this is mine. You're a fire sign, okay? I created this. I brought life into this. I brought fire into this. Dear Lord, it's like you're drowning. Water puts out fire. Why am I saying that? I don't know, Sag, but there's definitely something here. You have to believe that you have the power. You have to believe that you have the free will. You have to believe that you're free. That you're free. You're free. You're not a caged bird. Speaking of my birds. You're not a caged bird. That's probably why they're screaming. Okay? I'm trying to lighten up the mood here. Oh, yeah, there they are. There they are. They were quiet for a minute. Not even a cage. You know what I'm saying, actually? What my guides are showing me is a caged tiger. Which a tiger, for me, really fully represents. Like, if there's a spirit animal for you know what, there probably is already information out there. Maybe some kind of, like, hermetic information or something. But I feel like a tiger represents Sagittarius. When I think of Sagittarius, I immediately think tiger. And a caged tiger, oh boy. There's nothing to hunt. There's no wild pastures to run through. And there's just people poking and staring and talking about you. Oh, God. Once again, death sentence for a Sag. Oh, boy. What's stopping their growth? Air. Motion. Another animal. Freedom. Horse animal, horse spirit animal, especially a white horse, which is what's in this image. White horses. Innocence and freedom. Innocence and freedom. Purity. Purity. Is that the issue? You don't feel pure enough? You don't feel cleansed enough? You don't feel, quote unquote, spiritual enough? What's going on here? I'm starting to get mad. The Aries in me is like, what the fuck's going on with my Saggies? I'm starting to get protective of you. Why? Who's stopping you? What is stopping you? Because something is stopping you. Something is not allowing motion. That's your block to this. Motion. Movement. Also the air element, which means communication. Also, it's the master number 22, the master number builder. Not being able to build and move. Okay? What's a block to their freedom? I feel like for some of you it's a person. Oh, jeez. There's just so much. It's almost like my guides and the cards are saying there's a lot. There's a lot. One card, please. One card that blocks their freedom. That best describes... Thank you. Endurance and rock. So a foundation. A foundation of some sort is blocking your freedom. Something that you've already put your roots in. Something that you've already built. Started to build. That's kind of, yeah, it sucks. It sucks, to put it lightly, when you start to build something, you put the time, the money, the love, the effort, you invest in it. And then you realize you don't want it anymore. It's just not fulfilling. It's not the right foundation. It's going to cost even more now to take it down, to move it. I get it. So that's what's going on. So that's why you feel like you're not free to do it, because you're like, no, I already started it. I already invested in it. It's already growing. Look at it. It's a full tree. But look at it. It doesn't seem natural for that tree to be there. It's weird, right? There's something like that in your life where you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, it grew, sure, but it's the wrong kind of growth. It's the wrong kind of growth. Almost like you didn't even think it was possible, and it did, which was exciting at first, right? Because it was like, ooh, I can do that. I can try that. And you were like, it's probably not going to happen anyway. And then it did. And then you were like, oh God, I have it now. And that's great. The spark is gone. And now it's not exciting anymore. In fact, it feels like a burden. It feels like a responsibility. It feels like a chore. It feels like something that I have to do. But also the word of endurance is here. So if endurance is a block to your freedom, what's stopping you? The ability to keep going, the ability to push forward, the ability to endure this. You can endure it and then move through it. Move through it. Motion economy. I giggle when I say that because we say it at work all the time. All right, smart movements. Smart movements. Motion economy. Oh, Sag, I'm 11 minutes in. Okay, we talked about 4 cards in 11 minutes. These readings are so long this week. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune, pages. So the winds of change are coming, Sag. Whether you want to or not. It's almost like destiny's like, okay. It's happening. You know what? No, I'm not feeling those. But look at all that effort. Look at that. Here's the thing. If you put all this effort, all this money, all this time, all this love into a thing, why do you feel like you can't do it again? Why do you feel like, that's it? There's cause for celebration this week. There's definitely cause for celebration. Now, normally I'd say that maybe you need some, and maybe you do. Maybe you need some good friends, a good time to just kind of let loose, be free, because you need that. These 3 girls are just having a good time on the beach, enjoying each other's company. They don't care about the mortgage that's due. They don't care about the next appointment. They don't care about any problems that they got. They're very problem-free right now. So you need to have some kind of something this week where you can fully feel problem-free. Okay? But there is cause for celebration because something is changing. It's almost like you're sitting there doing your own thing, minding your own business. Okay? And I'm going to come back to this card because there's something else I want to say. But then, boom, the Wheel of Fortune comes in and brings that winds of change. The winds of change are here. The storm is clearing out. And then there's fresh wind, which there's a lot on the table about air. Communication, information, an offer incoming. Could be a legit offer, a legit opportunity that someone else gives you in order to grow. Destiny says, that's it. It's time for Sag to do something different. Literally, the Page of Swords is such a... That's an archer, right? Very Sagittarian. You are the archer. Because when you put your mind to something, when you say, I'm going to hit that mark, and other people say it's impossible, you do it. You do things all the time that are very impossible or they don't seem right, but then you do it. And you're used to that. But this one thing, now you feel stuck to. Now you feel responsible for. You got 2 pages. All right, first of all, I'm still going to come back to that 8 of Pentacles, by the way. You got 2 pages. For me, when 2 pages are out, not 3, not 4, not 1, but when 2 pages are out, it literally tells me that 2 people are on 2 different pages of what they want in life, what they need in life, how they operate, who they are. They're just 2 very, very different people. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. In this situation, it does not. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you, it does not. There's an incompatibility here. All right, you need to find the right people. There's like a really huge message about this. You need to find the right people that work. Teamwork, collaboration, mutually beneficial relationships. That's what you're looking for right now. You need mutually beneficial relationships that you have the same ideas, the same concepts. You want the same thing. You have the same goals. Like-minded individuals. You need a strong group of support. King of Cups. That's a Scorpio card. Not surprised, again, because it's a sad reading. But also, you see how he's blowing in the conch shell? Hold on. I feel like I need to look that up. You guys, this blows my mind. This blows my mind. All right, ready? Blowing in a conch shell often signifies purity, the call to a ceremony or gathering, and can also have cultural and spiritual meanings depending on the context. In various cultures, it's used to announce important events, signal the start of a ceremony, or mark transitions. Additionally, the sound of the conch is believed to purify the environment and bring in positivity. I said that, purity and innocence. Remember I said that? Why do you feel like you're not pure enough? But also the start of a ceremony, and I already said that. The winds of change are coming in. Going back to this, you built this, right? You did that. You did that. You let those sunflowers grow. You put in all of that energy. Why do you feel like you can't do it again? Why do you feel like you can't do it again? Why do you feel like you can't start over? This beautiful sunflower has served its purpose. It's good now. It's self-sufficient, whatever this thing is. Okay? It can be good on its own. You can let the little birdie fly now. Go on to the next thing. Go on to the next project, the next thing that you're seeking out, because you don't feel... You feel too stuck. You feel too stuck, and it's emotionally draining. It's letting your emotions kind of go wild a little bit. You're kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, more so than normal. Okay? This feels like tempestuous waters, which can be very dangerous, right? So this beginning, whatever this wind of change is bringing in, is finally going to get you out of a hole that you have felt stuck and trapped. I love that. I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.